Difference between good advice and bad advice, and then what's the best advice you got on the campaign trail? You don't have to talk about all the advice I gave you, which was naturally the best, but...
That's the fun of being married to someone who's been in campaigns for many, many decades. I would say there were a couple pieces of bad advice. And the first one is, I had entered my race thinking it was going to look one way. I thought, I'm going up against a Republican, I'm just going to be the Democrat, and, that's it. It's all settled. Well, then it ended up being an open seat, and there were lots of Democrats. And so what people started telling me was, well, even though you work for an environmental consulting firm, you can't be the environmentalist because there's already 2 environmentalists in the race. And I said, well, can't we all be environmentalists? Can't we all talk about these issues that are very urgent for us to be addressing in the city of Austin? And so I decided I wasn't going to listen to that. I was still going to run as the environmentalist. And I was able to lead on the knowledge that I had acquired through my professional background. I did marketing and public involvement, so I had a pretty good sense of how to take really wonky science and then turn it into an easy paragraph for someone to understand what exactly these regulations do, what does changing the regulations do to people who are trying to build projects in town. And it turns out by the end of the race, I was running laps around everybody because there's a lot to know about doing environmental work, and we can all pick our own lane and we can all succeed in those lanes. And the other one was, because I wasn't supposed to be running as an environmentalist, I should just run on sidewalks. I should just pick one really, really basic rudimentary function of government, and I should be known as the person who leads on sidewalks. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to establish myself as a brand. I wanted to go knock on strangers' doors and really hear what it is that they had to offer me. And that worked really well. You'll get a lot of advice where people think your constituents believe one thing, and if you're not knocking on doors and hearing directly from them, you're going to totally miss the mark.